What you need to know about the company that almost make a country go bankrupt. P&ID stands for Process and Industrial Developments Limited, a company registered in the British Virgin Islands in 2006. The company was founded by two Irish businessmen, Michael Quinn and Brendan Cahill, who had experience in engineering and oil and gas projects. How Nigeria and P&ID problem started. In 2010, Nigeria signed a 20-year agreement with P&ID, a company registered in the British Virgin Islands, to build and operate a gas processing plant in Calabar, Cross River State. The plant was supposed to refine the associated gas that is produced as a byproduct of oil extraction, and use it to generate electricity for the country. Nigeria agreed to supply P&ID with 400 million standard cubic feet of gas per day, free of charge, while P&ID agreed to process the gas and return 85% of it to Nigeria, also free of charge. However, the project never took off, as Nigeria failed to provide the gas or the land for the plant. P&ID claimed that Nigeria breached the terms of the contract, and that it had invested $40 million in the project. Nigeria disputed these claims, and argued that P&ID did not perform any work or incur any expenses on the project. In 2012, P&ID initiated arbitration proceedings against Nigeria in London, under the rules of the Nigerian Arbitration and Conciliation Act. Nigeria participated in the arbitration, but did not raise any objections to the jurisdiction or the validity of the contract. In 2017, the arbitration tribunal ruled in favor of P&ID, and awarded it $6.6 billion in damages, plus interest. The award was based on the estimated lost profits that P&ID would have earned over the 20-year period of the contract. In 2019, P&ID sought to enforce the award in the UK, where it had grown to $9.6 billion because of accrued interest. A UK court granted P&ID the permission to seize Nigerian assets worth that amount, if Nigeria did not pay or appeal. Nigeria appealed the decision, and asked for an extension of time to challenge the award. Nigeria also launched a criminal investigation into the contract, and arrested and convicted two local P&ID representatives for fraud and tax evasion. Nigeria alleged that P&ID was a shell company that had no intention or capacity to execute the project, and that it had obtained the contract and the award through fraud, bribery, and corruption. In 2020, the UK court granted Nigeria the right to appeal, and ordered it to pay $200 million as a security deposit. Nigeria presented new evidence to the court, including bank statements, phone records, and witness statements, that purportedly showed that P&ID had paid bribes to Nigerian officials and intermediaries to secure the contract and influence the arbitration. Nigeria also claimed that the contract was illegal and unconstitutional, as it had not been approved by the Federal Executive Council or the National Assembly, as required by Nigerian law. In 2021, the UK court ruled that Nigeria had established a prima facie case of fraud against P&ID, and that the contract and the award were tainted by fraud and contrary to public policy. The court set aside the award, and ordered P&ID to pay Nigeria's legal costs. The court also dismissed P&ID's application for permission to appeal. Wow. Yahoo! Boys. P&ID said it was disappointed by the ruling, and vowed to continue to seek justice for its shareholders. In 2023, the UK court scheduled a trial for January 2023, to determine the final outcome of the dispute. The trial will examine the merits of Nigeria's fraud allegations, and the validity of the contract and the arbitration. The trial will also decide whether P&ID is entitled to any compensation, and if so, how much. The trial is expected to last for several weeks, and involve dozens of witnesses and thousands of documents. Wow. They tried to scam Nigeria. Thank you for watching. This has proved that Nigerian are not the only scammers.